Yes, actually, we have got training programs which we do every Saturday to our farmers and also to those who want to start actual poultry. It's just a very considerable field. We train from chick to chicken. When I'm talking of chick to chicken, from brooding up to point of laying. So we take you through the journey of poultry farming. And also we do one-on-one, actually consultants, and even if you want to visit us to visit your farm, you can come and actually do consultants in terms of how you build your fowl runs, the directions, and actually in terms of the roof for, in terms of also the height, in terms of your floors, and also in terms of biosecurity. Yeah, actually, for you to be successful in this poultry business, I will be very honest. You need to know the type of chicken which you start with. If you are a startup farmer, you need to start with actually a commercial breed, which is blacker sort of Sasoten Rainbow or the Bushfield. With this one, I'm telling it commercial because it's cheaper actually to start with in terms of purchasing it, and it's also easy to raise.
We're talking about the Nigeria market just now. You did make mention of finance, which is actually true. Now, in our business, we are setting up a strategy that we are developing where we intend to connect farmers in Africa, or actually not only farmers, businesses in Africa, let's put it generally, and businesses in the West who are looking for a way to connect. So what we are doing is to look for a way to transport money from the diaspora to African businesses, so that these businesses in Africa can also compete. Thank you for checking out this video. Are you getting enough value from it? You see, this video was created for the purpose of adding value to you. So if this video make any sense to you, let me know in the comment section below. I'm interested in understanding what you take away from this video and if it makes sense to you, so we can provide more. But let's return to the video.
Very good for puppies. It's very good for breeding dogs. And besides, the chicken feathers, they can also be used for making pillows. Even the chicken feet, very good. Actually, in terms of the meat side of it.
Thank you so much for that. I really appreciate that. Now, in terms of the market, because we are talking of largely about the marketing for poultry product, chicken product, and of course, we are looking at your example here today. I don't know if you also sell into larger markets in Africa. I don't know, maybe like South Africa or like Nigeria, for example, which is, of course, the largest population in the continent with over 200 million people. That's certainly, there is a lot of consumption there in terms of poultry product. Of course, I know that there are a lot of big players in Nigeria, but of course, there is opportunity for you too to enter. Why not? So I'm trying to understand if you do supply to these bigger markets in Africa.
Yeah, actually, we are supplying already in Africa. Like I've mentioned that we have got customers in Botswana, Zambia, South Africa, Malawi, Mozambique, Ghana. We have not yet supplied Nigeria. Actually, I've been having inquiries from Nigeria, but actually I have not penetrated yet in that market. So we are looking towards setting actually offices there, but actually our biggest challenge is financing. To be honest, if you have access to financing, I tell you, I'm determined to break through in all these regional countries. I'm determined. So what the challenge is actually right now is financing, but we are supplying actually these countries while staying in Zimbabwe.
That is interesting. That's interesting. Looking at from where you started and where you are today, we can see you going to more places. Why not? That is the sky is your limit. In fact, you don't even have a limit, no.
That's true.
Yeah. Now, there is also another thing that I found very interesting in your conversation, your explanation before, which is it appeared to me that you do consulting for poultry farmers. You help them to get started. You tell them how to get started. You sort of guide them on the way. Is that something that you do? Can you say something more about that?
Yes, actually, we have got training programs which we do every Saturday to our farmers and also to those who want to start actual poultry. It's just a very considerable field. We train from chick to chicken. When I'm talking of chick to chicken, from brooding up to point of laying. So we take you through the journey of poultry farming. And also we do one-on-one, actually consultants, and we even if you want to visit us to visit your farm, we can come and actually do consultants in terms of how you build your fowl runs, the directions, and actually in terms of the roof, for in terms of also the height, in terms of your floors, and also in terms of biosecurity. We do technical extension services. So we want to ensure that the farmer is properly trained so that they are adequately resourced in terms of knowledge, skills, and abilities when they start the poultry project.
Mm-hmm. All right. Now tell me, you meet, say maybe for example, you want to talk to a young poultry farmer, maybe in Ghana, or maybe in South Africa, or maybe in Botswana. You want to help this individual get started. What are some of the prerequisites you usually recommend for the person? And then, of course, you will guide him or her through in the process. Tell me about what are the things that this individual need to set up to get it to be successful in the poultry business?
Yeah, actually, for you to be successful in this poultry business, I will be very honest. You need to know the type of chicken which you start with. If you are a startup farmer, you need to start with actually a commercial breed, which is Blacker sort of Sassoten Tirenbo or the Bushfield. Because this one, I'm telling it commercial because it's cheaper actually to start with in terms of purchasing it, and it's also easy to raise. You don't need to start with what we call special breeds like your Brahma, the Motor Open Tone, the Godless, because these ones are very expensive. They are going for $5 a chick. So you can't start with a bed which costs $5 a chick when you know the nitty-gritties in raising poultry. So you start small and you develop your skills as you go, then you also increase. Like in my case, I started small. I started with only 73 chicks with the Bushfield breed. And now we have 23 breeds because this is we've acquired over the years. And I would want to repeat to say, poultry is patient. You have to be patient. You don't want to start a business now and you want to reap tomorrow. A successful business takes years to grow. A successful business takes years for you to make money. We have to treat chicken business as a real business. We have to commercialize actually this business.
That's so true. That's so true. That's so true. All right. Now tell me about something, because when we're talking about the Nigerian market just now, you did make mention of finance, which is actually true. Now in our business, we are setting up a strategy that we are developing where we intend to connect farmers in Africa, or actually not only farmer, businesses in Africa, let's put it generally, and businesses in the West who are looking for a way to connect. So what we are doing is to look for a way to transport money from the diaspora to African businesses so that these businesses in Africa can also compete. So we understand that there is need for financing for African businesses. So tell me, how do you address that? Maybe when the people that you are happy to get started in poultry come with this challenge, because I know from our research that this is one of the biggest challenges that many African farmers have, whether for poultry or for other type of farming.
Yes, actually, financing is the biggest challenge. So for me, I started small. I started from my own personal savings, which I was getting from my salary. I would save almost 40% of whatever I get every month, and I started small. So the profits which I then get are the ones which I invest back actually in the business. I would want to advise that never eat business money. When you are starting a business, you must be determined and you must run it professionally. You must not mix business money and family money. So whatever savings you are then doing from your profits, you then need to reinvest back in the business. But I would say for us to be able to realize our potential, we need to have access to financing. There is importance for our actually government to identify actually potential farmers.
Hi, and thank you for checking out this short clip from Obehi Podcast. I'm Obehi Ewafo, the host of the Obehi Podcast. This short clip was created from a full episode where we dive deep into this conversation. To see the entire video, all you need to do is to click on the link in the description of this video. Now, while you are there, I want to share something with you quickly. Are you a purpose-driven entrepreneur? Do you want to cut across the noise and attract the right audience, leveraging the power of storytelling? Now, pay attention. I'm currently working on a signature program to help you own your story and stand out for the competition. It's a 5-step journey to help reshape your professional and business narrative so you can drive success and stand out in the competition. And in less than 90 days. The link is what you see on your screen, academy.aclasses.org/story. Now, this is what we have understood. Storytelling is the most powerful instrument that is known to man. And this is what this could mean to you. You could either choose to own your story and leverage it to amplify your message and whatever you represent in this world, or some other person could own that story. The choice is yours. So why don't take advantage of your story and use it wherever you are, whether you are in business environment or you are a professional individual who want to be able to build your influence and leave a legacy behind because you represent something. You are owning your story. You are somebody whose story is important. So the choice again is yours. Now let's get started with this short clip.